Hello everybody, this is going to be a short video today, but I think you'll find it interesting. I named it over here on Facebook, Fun Fact. I said, this is one of my old memes and it shows that I originally offered a $100 reward to anybody that could identify the 11 secret police that have been caught on camera at my house. And I'll show you that here, I just pop it up there. And so I took the pictures from the security camera pictures and I cropped them out so I had the faces the best I could, and I offered a $100 reward. See, and it was almost a joke is what it was. And there was a police report for the time they were in my house, and it was showing that they wasn't in my house. We now know there was a falsified police report from the night of the shooting, but it was illegally withheld for 7 years. I'll talk about it in a minute. And anyway, I'm going to go on. I said this small reward started as a joke because I was making a point of how absurd it was to have to offer a reward to identify police. This is America. But then a very nice lady told me that she would offer $1,000 if I would match it, and they were identified by Christmas of that year. So I had 1,000, she had 1,000, you know. And then after Christmas came and gone, I just left the reward at $2,000 and paid it out of my pocket. This went on for years because the secret police were not identified until 6 years after the murder attempt in 2018. All during this time, the police allowed repeated burglaries to my home, people in the attic, other people threatened my life, and many more suggested that I sell my home and move due to the threats. They were working together to get my home because they wanted my $1 million underground home in the backyard, and they were trying to cover up the crimes and murders at this house. The police had disabled my front cameras a few minutes after I crawled out, and they attempted to disable my bedroom camera, but accidentally started it. They thought they had it disabled. That was the pictures that I found when I got back from the hospital, which put them in a bind because they had heavily falsified the police report, which is another felony. The names that I got from the private investigator, who was paid $2,000 to identify the police in the pictures, did not match the names that were on the police report by a long shot. They were falsifying the police report to cover up this home invasion and premeditated capital murder attempt that police were involved in. That is how we got into this open and blatant lawlessness where we're at right now, where proof and evidence no longer mean anything. The lawbreakers are the police, and there's nobody to arrest them. You can have your life ruined for reporting crimes while staying home and minding your own business. That's what's happened to me. You know, I was reporting crimes to the police and staying home minding my own business. And you know, now I'm crippled for life without a job, and my name's smeared. I didn't know the police were involved in the crimes, you know, when I reported crimes to them. And when I say crimes, I'm talking about burglary of habitation, which is the felony. That's what they call it here in Texas, where you have people in the attic because they're not invited into my home, so that's a burglary. And they're here to commit a felony. These are the names of the secret police identified by Empire Private Investigations in 2018, 6 years later, when they collected the $2,000 award, which had been offered for several years. So these are the names of the police that the private investigator, like I said, he collected money. I could sue him, right? If he just made up names, I could sue him and take his business, all kinds of stuff, you know. But obviously, these are the people. April Chandler, Chad Simpson, who's now dead, Greg Chatwell, Greg Nelson, John Woodward. He was from Martin County. This is Midland County. That ain't never been explained. Mark Gilliam. Marty Barrett was the crime scene investigator that was believed to be tampering with evidence. Ain't that scary? Michael Glick, Mike Naylor, another one that's dead. Rosie Rodriguez, she was the lifelong friend of the ex-wife. And then Tony Dickey, he's the one that was in my house, you know, and without being seen arriving on the camera inside my home. And so obviously came from under my home. These are the names from the police report that have been illegally withheld for 7 years, the report itself. Notice the names do not match what the PI said, as it was falsified, and that is another felony. Falsifying a police report is a felony. This ain't accidents. This was on purpose. This was done to help cover up a home invasion and capital attempted murder. So these are the names that the police report said people were here. April Chandler, Dylan Hale, Greg Chatwell, Joe Ramirez, Kenny Angel, Marty Barrett, Matt Davis, Rosie Rodriguez, Tony Dickey. There were 6 names that had been omitted from this police report. And like I said, the omission is a crime. Okay, and so yeah, they're as busted as they can be. Kelly Stockdale says you caught them real good. It's unfathomable that nothing has been done about this shocking crime. And I just said, yes, we have lost rule of law. Now they can get away with anything they want to do because there is no law. And Rebecca says, and they're white guys, probably Americans. Unbelievable stuff they get away with. So many crimes have been committed by people we're to trust. And I said, continuing to play stupid or lie about the fact that criminal underground homes are here is embarrassing for the state of Texas. The Midland policeman is an embarrassment to the state of Texas. That's all there is to it. The crimes and corruption. I'm sure we have good police officers. We just can't seem to find them. This is Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.